of you have probably done something in your life and not gotten proper credit for it. And that made you feel mad, right? Not good. Well, imagine if you made one of the biggest contributions to genetic and modern day science, and throughout your lifetime you never got credited for it, but later on, whenever you were dead, was whenever you finally got the proper accreditation. This is exactly what happened to Rosalind Franklin. She took the picture using her X-ray infraction that led Watson and Crick to understand the helical structure of DNA. And she never really, because she was a woman during that time, she never got her proper cred for it. She never got her street cred for it. And then later died in 1958 before she got the Nobel Prize that she very much deserved. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Rosalind Franklin and the contributions she made to science, and also the contributions that she made to neo-feminism in the United States. Rosalind Franklin decided at a very young age that she wanted to be a scientist. In fact, she was 15 years old. This is where she got her first kind of beat down by the man, I suppose. Her father absolutely never supported her decision to be a scientist. He wanted her to do clerical work or be a social worker, because he didn't believe that women ought to, get degrees in higher education. However, in 1938, her father finally relented and allowed her to go to Cambridge. She graduated from Cambridge in 1941 and then later got her doctorate in physical chemistry in 1945. After that, she went and studied at France's Laboratoire Central des Services Chimiques de l'État, where she learned how to do X-ray infraction, where she learned how to, or crystallography, where she learned how to take those pictures and also determine meaningful, get meaningful information from those pictures as well. Which, if you've ever seen a picture of X-ray infraction, it doesn't really look like anything except for a whole bunch of dots. So, the fact that she was able to make sense of those pictures was pretty astounding. Whenever she learned learning the X-ray infraction, of course, is how she made these huge contributions to science. Later, after she finished learning how to do X-ray infraction, she went back to England, where she studied at the John Randall's laboratory, where she met Lawrence Wilkins. They both had a very large interest in DNA, and they both worked together to kind of figure out more of the mysteries of DNA in the 1950s. He never treated her like an equal peer, even though she had as much schooling, if not more, and as much knowledge of the subject matter as he did. He always treated her like a technical lab assistant. And then later on, she finally took the picture of DNA, and it is noted as one of the most beautiful photos taken of the substance by another scientist. She spent about 3 years trying to decipher what that picture meant and what, how it related to the structure of DNA. And right before, whenever she finally figured out what it was, Lawrence Wilkins gave her research and her photograph to Watson and Crick, and they all went on to be the noted discoverers of the structure of DNA. And she never really got proper accreditation for that, even though it really was her work that led to it. And this is all because of the fact that she was a woman. Like, she was always looked down upon in her laboratories, in school. People never gave her the time of day that she needed, which kind of leads to how she relates to neo-feminism today. The fact that in the 1950s people didn't know who she was, but now she's in textbooks all over the world, is astounding. In fact, the Rosalind Franklin Society said that Franklin symbolizes the progression of women in science as a whole, and she's very important. She's very important to me because I'm a little bio geek, and it's very astounding to know that a woman was the discoverer of the helical structure of DNA and all the other many contributions it made in the furthering of genetics, such as the Human Genome Project, and it really gave us insight on how DNA passes genetic information on from human to human whenever you have babies and stuff. So what she did for science was huge, and what she did for women was huge. She is a great historical figure. She's my hero, and I hope that everybody can, learn a little bit more about her and know that it was not Watson and Crick that discovered the helical structure of DNA. It was Rosalind Franklin.